What's up everybody, my name is Slanted, welcome back to another video. It's been a while. To me, what feels like a really long fucking time. But yeah, in this video, I'm just gonna be talking about the channel and me, and what's been going on, and where the fuck I've been, as I haven't posted a single YouTube video in 4 months. So I'm just gonna get right into it, I guess. It's a long ass story that's quite fucked up, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it because I just want to talk about this shit to YouTube, I guess, as a first video, to get back on track of what I usually do. To understand this story, I guess I have to go way back into my life. So just first of all, necessarily and genuinely, I just had a really rough, fucked up childhood. Probably worse than most people's. Of course, there's the average parents fighting and whatnot, but it goes way deeper. In my childhood, I got to a point where, in the fights with my parents, it would lead to cops showing up every fucking night. There would be glass shattering, there would be people being thrown, there would be just so much shit going on. Just a straight up fucking war zone, the worst thing you could imagine. But that's only a little bit of anything. That's basically nothing. But obviously that alone is fucking traumatizing as hell. I had really bad parents growing up, and just lived in a really shitty place. Not even just my house, just the town in general. And I'm gonna choose to speak up about this because I've had professional help for this shit now, but so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm gonna just talk about it. When I was younger, I ended up getting sexually assaulted. I didn't take it in until I was about 14, but yeah, it's one of the most traumatizing, fucked up things that's ever happened to me. And this all was happening when I was about 4, but who would have known that things would have gotten so much worse. As I grew up, my mom ended up leaving me and my sisters multiple times throughout the years and whatnot. Always for some shitty guy, and I guess that means I have mommy issues. I don't know. But yeah, it was never fun. And I guess now I don't care because I don't like my mom. And I would prefer if she was gone. But just when I was a kid and she left and all that, of course I was upset. I mean, I just didn't understand how she was at the time. I was so young. But yeah, skip forward, and even in this time, a bunch of more fucked up stuff happened, but just small stuff, I guess. Eventually, my mom has this kid with this other guy, who is the worst of the worst boyfriends you could ever have. Just generally a really shitty guy that ended up doing a lot of bad things in the future. Eventually, though, things got calmer, I guess, and things were okay. Well, at least I thought they were at the time because I was young. Things were really okay for once. Eventually, I got older, of course. I grew, didn't really mature, if anything the opposite. I got friends and whatnot, and I was having the best time of my life. But then it led to worse real fast. And this is the year of 2017 where I'm talking about right now. I'm not going to go into detail, but let's just say that year got ruined. From here on out, this is where things utterly took a huge change for me, and then started impacting me on another level than they did before. By this time, I had failed 6th grade, lost my best friend, just had a horrible year. But the thing is, now it was summer. But let me say that summer was the worst summer of my fucking life ever. It was so utterly boring. Not even boring, just depressing as fuck. No friends, just alone constantly. And just in my room watching shows all day and sleeping, and that's literally it. By this time I was about 12, and I started thinking about everything in my past and whatnot, and just the fact that I failed and whatnot. And it all finally started taking a toll on me. I finally realized how fucked up everything was. I finally gained a sense of purpose, but not a good purpose. And that was just being sad, I guess. I never really properly cared before, but now I did. After summer, of course, I had to go back to school, but of course, since I failed, I was doing 6th grade again. So here's the thing. 6th grade is the worst year to be in at my school. The teachers are really bad. The whole school is really fucked up, racist, and literal pedophiles are lurking fucking everywhere. But yeah, I walked in the building, no friends, didn't know where to go. Finally found out where to go. Found my seat, but here's the thing. The class I had was math. That was my main classroom. That's my worst subject. This teacher is the worst teacher I've ever had. So before I get into anything about this year, I just want to say this entire year, on the teacher's part, he was just an ass to me. I was the main person he was an ass to, always yelling at me, always throwing shit at me. It was really fucking bad. I got the worst of it out of anyone. But anyway, okay, so obviously by this point, I'm depressed as fuck, zero friends and whatnot, so I'm just alone. From here on out, my personality was completely changed. I was a different person, and I was the quiet kid in school, the complete opposite of I was. This is where my anxiety started growing, which I didn't know was a thing at that point. But yeah, this year was horrible, and what I thought would be the worst year of my life forever, which nope, it actually got topped by another year, which we'll go on about later. But yeah, this year was fucking horrible. Okay, so made a friend and whatnot, and that was great and all, but I also made relationships. Bad ones. Having my first girlfriend and whatnot, it was great at first, of course, that's how it always is. But and then it ended up really fucking horrible. Once it ended, rumors ended up being spread about me. Just tons of stuff was going down, and at this point, I finally started being suicidal as fuck for the first time. That just expanded it. I was already fucked up before, so even during that relationship, I was literally trying to fucking kill myself like every day, even at school. But yeah, I became a total asshole to basically everyone, especially that girl. That was my first ex. It was really bad. But yeah, of course, with me being me, I got into more relationships. Not gonna go into detail, but just really fucking horrible shit that's traumatized me to this day. So much shit happened and I can't even explain it. It's really fucked up. It was a really fucked up year. I can't even imagine anymore. It's all really fucking serious, but at the same time not, because it is 6th grade, but you know. Now on to 2020/2021, the two worst years of my life, I would say. First of all, I get into the worst relationship I've ever been in, and by the time I'm out of that relationship, my mom's back. She came back somewhere in between there, which was the worst thing that's happened in a while. So yeah, it's mother story time. Mother story time. Okay, so by this time, my mother was really fucked up because, like I said, that person she was dating at the time and had a kid with, he was really fucked up, and he did a lot of bad shit like I said he would. But my mom being already how my mom is, this was the worst she's ever been. She went crazy. Like, diagnosed crazy. It was like she was on drugs all the time, but at the same time, she literally wasn't. With all this came the most serious things that impacted me and my siblings. Just her shit talking and fighting with us constantly, and it was the worst thing ever. That, with everything, drove me to trying to run away multiple times, as well as trying to off myself basically every fucking day. I started growing habits like picking at my skin and just really bad, fucked up things like that. I started becoming crazy and generally pissed off myself. I was the most fucked up I've ever been. I didn't feel me. I didn't feel right. At that time, I never wanted to die more. Just every day was horrible and worse than the other. It was so fucking bad. Then with that, there was a bunch of other stuff going on, like more relationship stuff, just school stuff, it was horrible. It was so bad. And then it got worse. The guy that sexually assaulted me started talking to my mother again and trying to come over to the house. This started way more fights with me, my mother, and whatnot. I couldn't take it. That trauma really started to sink for me. But yeah, this all mixing got me to a point where I was literally crying out to my family that I was going to kill myself. And then just like I said it would, I went and tried. I went and tried more than I did before. I still don't know why I couldn't do it to this day, but I just couldn't. It was like I wasn't even in control of that action. And then suddenly, I was in a hospital, diagnosed with mental disorders, and about to be hospitalized for a week. So, a rant about the mental hospital. So, at first it was just boring, but then we had to do these group activity things, and it was utter hell. And just generally, they made us talk about our problems constantly, and it caused me to have panic attacks and cry, like, constantly. Being there made everything fucking worse. When I got out, things got really bad out of fucking nowhere, and it was the worst thing ever. I started having the most horrible fucking time I've ever had. it was beyond crazy things happening. It was dramatic. It was horrible. It was utterly destroying. Lives were being fucked. I was the most angry I've ever been. That all just really bad traumatic shit happening to other people that fucked me up, mixed with more bad relationships that have traumatized me to this day, where I'm just crying in bed. It's fucked. It is. It really is. And after that, of course, it's summer now, and I'm in therapy and shit, and I've gotten the help, but it doesn't help or do anything necessarily. Just everything is really fucking annoying, though. So yeah, summer has had its bad points, but it's also had a lot of good points, so I'm chilling, but I just know things are gonna be really bad again eventually. But yeah, here I am. Here's a video to come back. Just sort of a rant necessarily on where I've been, just the general idea. Not too in detail. I could have gone in detail about a lot of things, but this would be really long. It's already about to be 11 minutes, so, you know. I don't know when my next video will be. I don't know what kind of video it will be, if it will be like my videos I used to make or what. I necessarily do have ideas, but I'm not sure how to use them. I'll figure it out though. I'm trying to come back. I'm trying. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. So if you did enjoy it, which I don't know why you enjoy this, it's kind of weird, but yeah, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is. My name is Slanted, and peace out.